Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for September 24th, 2021. The New York Post reports, Manchin, Cinema, and even the Squad might just stop the $3.5 trillion monstrosity. Can Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema save America from ruin? All of Washington is watching as Monday's deadline approaches for a House showdown over the bipartisan infrastructure bill passed by the Senate. Moderate and progressive Democrats are each trying to call the other's bluff. The question is whether one side blinks or both cut a deal. If neither happens, that will be good news for fiscal sanity and bad news for President Biden's agenda. With a 50-50 Senate and a 220-212 House majority, Democrats can pass massive spending bills through the budget's reconciliation process, if they are united. But they're not. And a loss of one vote in the Senate or 4 votes in the House would sink their agenda. The smart money says that Manchin will happily make a deal, but it may be a deal that the Squad would find insulting. AOC hasn't helped matters by constantly attacking Manchin, tweeting this month that he sold out to oil lobbyists and that his skepticism about the bill was, quote, killing people. An article from Just the News states, Democratic elder statesman torches party's budget tactics. Not how you govern in a democracy. Former Senator Bob Torricelli, a Democrat from New Jersey, told Just the News that the Democrats' partisan $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation legislation is not the way to govern in a democracy. Torricelli was asked for his reaction to former Representative Lee Hamilton, a Democrat from Indiana, expressing opposition to the Democrats' attempt to push President Biden's agenda through Congress without any Republican support.
I understand a lot of what the Democratic Party wants to achieve in the Congress, and I understand the frustration with it, but Lee Hamilton is right. If this is how we're going to govern, it will simply be undone in another election. The goal of governing is to form broad bipartisan coalitions that genuinely reflect the entire country. It's not easy. Sometimes it's impossible, but that's how you govern in a democracy.
Torricelli emphasized that such narrowly partisan victories won't withstand the test of time. And finally, the Daily Wire reports, Ted Cruz mocks AOC in Senate floor speech on Democrats ignoring border crisis. Senator Ted Cruz mocked Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez over the Congresswoman's past antics at the U.S.-Mexican border when President Donald Trump was in office compared to her actions now.
I'll tell you, I've been to the border. I've been to the Biden cages. For 4 years, Democrats went on and on and on. The corrupt corporate media went on and on and on about kids in cages. You couldn't turn on the evening news without hearing kids in cages. What they didn't tell you is Barack Obama built those cages, and today under Joe Biden, the cages are bigger and they're more full than they were before. Mr. President, every Democrat who stood up and lamented kids in cages in the House of Representatives, Representative Ocasio-Cortez has a famous photo of her grasping her head by the kids in cages. Well, I'm going to give a simple challenge for Representative Ocasio-Cortez and for every Democrat in this body. Go see the Biden cages with your own eyes.
Senator Cruz gave the speech in the Senate on Wednesday. Senator Cruz went on to say, quote, Democrats are counting on the corrupt corporate media to suddenly say nothing to see here. 15,000 Haitians under a bridge in Del Rio. Nothing to see here. Anyone want to know what Joe Biden's favorite ice cream flavor is? That's the news. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for September 24th, 2021. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.